Broncos 3, 1, 2, 3,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 16th annual Todd Sampson Baseball Tournament at Coleman High School. Your next game features the Calvin Bulldogs, entering with a record of 2-3, versus the Mill Creek Bullfrogs with a record of 5-1. The home team on the scoreboard will be the Mill Creek Bullfrogs. And now the starting lineup. On the bump, number 1, Grayson Allen. Behind home plate, number 15, Sam Harcrow. First base, number 13, Trey Patton. At second base, number 3, Mason Carter. At third base, number 9, Preston Greenlee. Starting shortstop, number 6, Hunter Hughes. Out in left field, number 12, Randy Thomas. Center field, number 21, Bryson Allen. And in right field, number 7, Tyler Shelton. And your designated hitter, number 5, Jax Hayes. The Mill Creek Bullfrogs are coached by Nolan Hendry.
Shot, Sammy.
Correction on number 12, the starting left fielder, Rowdy Thomas.
Did you hear it? She just came over and told us that. I was just going to tell you it was Rowdy instead of Randy.
Yeah, unfortunately,
It looks like it.
Randy, Rock, something.
Jace Dickey with the leadoff single for Calvin. Coming up to bat, number 2, Caden White. Runner in safe at second with a stolen base. Strikeout, one down. Now batting number 1, Caleb Rocky.
Swing and a miss.
Walk puts 2 base runners on. Coming up to bat next, number 9, Tay Bear.
One hops it in the dirt, makes it a full count. And the strikeout.
Strikeout, 2 down. Now batting number 15, Gini Carrillo.
Tate.
And Ellison takes the walk. Run scores. Calvin takes the 1-0 lead. Now batting number 11, Landon Rippey. Pitching change for Mill Creek, now the bump number 3, Mason Carter.
Holden Taven. Holden Taven.
Greg, do you need anything?
Wouldn't mind a Dr. Pepper.
Tatum, will you grab a Dr. Pepper for Mr. Goodrich?
Yeah, we've got one.
All right, score recaps from earlier today. One game, a misleading score for the final because it was actually competitive throughout. First game of the day, run roll 15-1, Calvin over Stringtown. Final through 3 innings. And then Van Oss just absolutely took it to Turner after the 6th inning, breaking a 1-1 tie to eventually win 10-2.
Score recaps from earlier today. Calvin victorious over Stringtown, 15-1, final through 3. Van Oss 10-2 over Turner. Next game up at approximately 3:45 p.m. will feature Clayton versus Sober. That winner will play Boswell in the final game of the evening at 8:15. And at 6 o'clock, the hometown Coleman Wildcats versus Fort Towson.
Fires back to third in safe. Bases remain loaded now for Calvin. Showing no worse for wear doing the early game. Sometimes when you play at 9 o'clock in the morning, your buses have to leave 6, 7 o'clock. Definitely have been up for a while, but Calvin absolutely just rolling with it in back-to-back games. Putting 15 on the scoreboard against Stringtown and already won here in the top of the first against Mill Creek. Cuts over on the strike, so a nice breaking ball changeup. Just a reminder, these games will be live streamed. They will be stored for video on demand, and we will have highlights up after the conclusion of the game.
And the 6-4 Fielder's Choice tag. 1-run scores will head to the bottom of the first inning. Your score, Calvin 1, Mill Creek 0. Bullfrogs will be up to bat. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, t-shirts for the tournament on sale at the concession stand. $15. And if you mention Prep Nation TV, you get 10% off your tab at Simple Simons in Tishomingo.
And the best with you.
Go energy. Oh.
All right, folks, just a reminder, upstairs by the press box, Veteran Bat Company has an awesome display of gloves, hats, sunglasses, and batting gloves. Please come and check it out. Coming up to bat at the bottom of the first inning will be Allen, and Harcrow for the Bullfrogs.
Hey, let's go, girl. Go, guys. Ready?
Since the first game, all games today will be live streamed and video highlights will be available on Prep Nation TV. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and either look underneath the live or video tab. Coming up to bat, number 21, Bryson Allen.
So after the high and outside pitch, the swing and foul takes it to an even pitch count of 1-1. Hooks it. Catcher unable to get it, so the ball will go foul. We'll have a 1-2 pitch count. A early 1-0 lead for the Calvin Bulldogs. They jump out in large part to a bases-loaded walk and then unable to score any additional runs. What could have been for Calvin, they put 15 on the scoreboard earlier today against Stringtown and then really looked like they might be about to explode in the first inning. And back-to-back outs.
Single for Mill Creek, puts the base runner on. Correction, double, heading into third base. And rolling, heading home. In the park, home run, Mill Creek.
Well, we got a tie ball game now, so it looked to be just a perfunctory single and went all kinds of sideways for the Bulldogs there.
Now batting number 1, Grayson Allen.
Shortstop waves him off.
Infield pop-up fly to shortstop. Coming up to bat next, number 15, Sam Harcrow.
3-0 pitch count. So Calvin now struggling in the bottom of the first inning.
And the walk puts a base runner back on for Mill Creek. Batting next, number 7, Tyler Shelton.
Wind up, wind up.
Can I get a rip?
Ground baseball, son. Good, good.
And evens up now. Correction, taking it to a full count.
Base it, ball boy, base it. Ball boy, base it. Ball boy.
And back-to-back walks. Now runners on the corners for Mill Creek. First and third.
Now batting number 6, Hunter Hughes.
It is a little bit of a windy day today, so any of you that are listening in, if it gets to be unbearable, just make a polite comment on the strand, and I can adjust the volume a little bit lower, or at this particular point, try not to bump it up too high so that it's not grabbing all the ambient background noise. We'll do our best to accommodate and get that. If for any reason it's just a bad sound, you don't like my voice, etc., you can basically hit the mute button and then you can rewatch it back and set mute to play automatically. All right, so a salvo of opening shots here in the first. Run unearned scores on the bases loaded walk, and then your routine in the park home run that looked to be potentially just like limited to a double, bobbled by the center fielder, thrown, bobbled again by the shortstop, and as a result of having his back turned to home plate. Very heads-up play. Coach sends him home. Nolan Henry ended up being 100% correct, as he not only rounds third, the throw barely even got on his way. So a 1-1 ball game. Mill Creek looking to snack and feast here, so to speak, in the bottom of the first. Runners now both in scoring position at second and third. They take their first lead of the game. This is our third game today here for Prep Nation TV coverage.
And the bases loaded walk. Now batting number 9, Preston Greenlee.
So what a turn of events for the teams. Looked like Calvin had all the momentum at the top of the first, and Mill Creek is just kind of roaring back here. So nicely done by the Bullfrogs. Teams in tournament play with excellent records.
And a fly out to second base. Now batting number 3, Mason Carter.
Mill Creek enters 5-1 on the season. Calvin at 2-3 had some tough losses early on in the season already. And as we alluded to earlier, 2 final scores to report for the day. Calvin 15-1 over Stringtown, final through 3. And Vandals 10-2 over Turner. It was a tie ball game heading into the top of the 6th, and Vandals just turned it loose. They got 4 runs on the board in the top of the 6th to make it 5-1. Gave up 1 run at the bottom of the 6th, 5-2, and then put 5 more on the board at the top of the 7th. It was a 3-3 down run for Turner. Another blooper. This is going to go. Oh, it falls perfectly.
And safe. 2-1 lead, Mill Creek. Now batting number 12, Rowdy Thomas.
Kind of knuckles the ball down the foul line toward the dugout.
And the swing and a miss. Strikeout. Your wholesome score through 1 inning. Mill Creek 2, Calvin 1. Bulldogs up to bat. Top of the 2nd inning coming up. All right, batting for the Bulldogs at the top of the 2nd inning will be Rippy Carrillo and Dickey. Just a reminder, games coming up still at approximately 3:45 p.m. will be Clayton versus Sober. Approximately 6 p.m. Coleman versus Fort Townsend. And then 8:15 p.m. Boswell versus the Clayton Sober winner.
Let's go, Mason.
Now batting number 7, Logan Rippey.
Come on, Mason.
And fouls it off again. Catcher just oblivious. Could have easily gotten that one. Would only had to have shuffled to his left about 2 feet, put a glove out, and it'd have been almost just extended catch. I believe we've got an 0-2 pitch count that will resume. Ball is still technically on the field. That's why we've got an official's timeout. All right, should be good to go now for the pitcher to resume the count. 0-2. Bullfrogs make the pitching change in the top of the first. Never a good sign. Another hack and foul ball. However, it's paid dividends for Mill Creek. Stop the bleeding, only gave up 1 unearned run on the bases loaded walk. And then Calvin leads them stranded. Trying to get something going here in the top of the second.
And the single for the Bulldogs.
Did anybody go get the baseball that went over there? Maybe it went that way.
Now batting number 8, Damian Carrillo.
You're good, baby. Let's go, come on. You're good, baby. Come on.
Ian safe at first, keeping him high and tight. Starting left fielder Gardner will not bat. Hitter Kate Bear.
Let's go, baby.
So in the 9-hole right now for the Bulldogs. Ooh, nice breaking ball. Full count, 3-2. And we'll have a 6-4.
6-4-3 double play. Back to the top of the lineup for Calvin. Number 3, Jace Dickey.
Well, it was slow moving, slow developing, but all that counts is that they got it, and it negates the base runner. So nicely done by Mill Creek there to prevent a potential base runner advancing. It was a close call. Pitch count. Mill Creek would love nothing more than to get an out right here, man. They really have taken it to Calvin after a rocky start to the game. All the momentum right now with the Bullfrogs. 3-1 count now. Oh, perfectly swung.
Nice single out to left field. Now batting number 2, Caden White.
That was a just slow, smooth, deliberate stroke, and he puts it perfectly right down left field line or third base line. Right over the head of the third baseman, and just a nice little pop shot. Didn't even really show much effort on the swing, just pretty much all forearm on the pull.
And the fly out to left field. We're at the bottom of the second inning with the Bullfrogs coming up to bat. Just a reminder, this game is streaming live on Prep Nation TV.
Wind kind of interchangeably picks up. It's very still, very calm, and the next moment just a really heavy breeze coming through. Feels awesome if you're here at the ballpark today. It's under 90 degrees. I expected it to be much warmer. Last year's tournament, I just had surgery on my retinas, and they whirled over. It was about 105 degrees, and it did not feel good. But I told them I was done. I came, and it was rough. Did a lot of power sleeping that weekend.
Coming up to bat next, the designated hitter number 5, Jax Hayes.
Go, Jax, peace one up.
Gets underneath it. Catcher has got it, but he just got a late start locating the ball. Yeah, he's kind of hitting on himself on that one. Got the mask off properly, but he was expecting it to go possibly the opposite direction. So nice hustle for the catcher for Calvin there. Just off the mark, outside, ball 2. Swing and a miss, evens up the pitch count, 2-2. Down in the dirt, full count. We are having some crossover. We fixed on the lines earlier, the mics clashing. So we got the right volume set for the PA system here. But if there's too much ambient noise, too much volume, a lot of breeze, wind, just let me know and we can accommodate accordingly. And the walk puts the base runner on. Back to the top of the lineup, number 21, Bryson Allen. Back Back-to-back batters for the Allen brothers, Bryson and Grayson. Base runner goes. I think he's money in the bank. Stolen base uncontested on the throw. At the conclusion of this game, we will end the feed. We'll post video highlights, and then we'll start the next live stream of the day, Clayton versus Soper. And back-to-back wild throws, going to score a run. E2 scores the run, 3-1 lead, Mill Creek. All right, we'll have the 2-1 pitch count resume for Allen at home plate. No outs, base runner cleared now, and it is a 3-1 lead for the Bullfrogs. Gets up underneath it. This one's going to hook over to the second baseman. Keeps shifting. Perfect spot with the wind. In safe at second and make it a double for Mill Creek. So everything going their way since the opening bases loaded walk. Now at the plate, number 1, Grayson Allen. Base runner goes. Boy, the Bullfrogs are being aggressive on the bases. That is 5 stolen bases in the inning. And they've ran on back-to-back batters, first, second, and third, without just almost missing a beat. The only difference is he was able to turn 2 on that one and just steal from second to third. But the prior base runner stole second, stole third, and stole home. So it doesn't get much better than that. So Mill Creek really kind of putting their stamp on, are they the second team to keep an eye on for a potential championship game on Saturday here at the 16th annual Todd Sampson Memorial Tournament at Coleman High School. Van Oss on paper would have to be a co-favorite for sure. I would say the same thing if Colbert was participating, but right now we've got Boswell that has a legitimate shot. Hometown Coleman team, 3-1 on the season, hoping to make it into the winner's bracket side of games. Shot out to left field. Wynn catches it, hangs it. Plow to left field. Out the plate, number 15, Sam Harcrow. And a swing and a miss, big hack. Just off the mark. 2-1. And the RBI single, 4-1 lead, Mill Creek. Now at the plate, number 7, Tyler Shelton. Boy, what a turn of events in this game. Mill Creek has the bases loaded in the top of the first, has to make a pitching change, gives up the unearned run on the bases loaded walk, then gets out of a jam, back-to-back outs, and then it has been all Mill Creek since. Now a 4-1 lead. The wind really helping them. That shot by Harcrow, 9 out of 10 times, your right fielder chases it down before the center fielder has to go over 3/4 the direction. Perfect single down right field or left field line. Stolen bases, safe at second and third. Coming up to bat next, number 6, Hunter Hughes. So make it 7 stolen bases now. Everything rolling Mill Creek's way, and potentially getting in the area to where you could start theoretically saying in the next inning or two could have potential run rule. Calvin's really going to have to kind of thwart some of this rally. 2-0 pitch count. Pops it up, it goes out. Evens up the pitch count, 2-2. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream video highlights and plays of the game, Pittman Oil Company, Wholesome Quarry Corporation, and Simple Simons in Tishomingo. All you have to do to get 10% off your order is mention Prep Nation. Regardless of your party size, go in and see Cat and staff, and they'll take care of you. Simple Simons in Tishomingo. And the walk. Bases loaded walk. Coming up to bat next, number 9, Preston Greenlee. Throws down the bunt. 2 runs will score. 6-1 lead for Mill Creek. Rounding third, heading home is safe. 7-1. Heading to third. Back to second. Back to third. Clears the bases. And just like that, a 7-1 lead now for Mill Creek. All 3 base runners come in. Again, 9 out of 10 times that sac bunt is just simply either a throw out at first or does score a run on a short infield single. And due to errors, clears the bases. And it is now a huge lead for Mill Creek here in the top of the second inning. Bottom of the second, correction. Now batting for Mill Creek, number 3, Mason Carter. Just a reminder, if you have any of the foul balls, please bring them to the lower level so that the umpire can get that. In for the strike. 2-1 on the pitch count. And high, ball 3. Ball 4, runners on the corners. Up to bat next, number 12, Rowdy Thomas. Mill Creek with a 7-1 lead now. Shows bunt, takes ball, stolen base yet again. So that makes, I believe, 9 now. 1 negated on the error from first to second and into third. But a huge, huge back-to-back set of innings for the Bullfrogs. Chops it Just goes foul. Chases his own player down the line. Just outside and off the mark, ball 2-1. And high again, 3-1 on the count. And ball 4 steals home plate. 8-1 lead for Mill Creek. Now at the plate, number 5, Jax Hayes. Steals second. Back to first is the call. And still second again. This one will officially count, though. In for a high strike. That one was kind of iffy, but it does catch the outside corner plate. Calvin dropped their first 2 games of the season against Milburn and Turner, both run rules, and then have now won 2 games in a row, both by run rules. And another run scores with the walk. Back to the top of the lineup for Mill Creek, number 21, Bryce Allen. Ian safe at second. Well, it seemed kind of like a stretch when I first said it. I kind of caught myself thinking, man, I hope I don't offend somebody saying this could be a run rule. But, folks, this could be a run rule. Safe. Run scores. Now batting number 1, Grayson Allen. Boy, a huge swing and momentum. Back-to-back innings. This one has almost been just the final nails, whole box of nails actually in their coffin. Base runner goes, steals. I mean, I've lost count how many stolen bases in this inning. I think we're probably up to about 10 or 11 now. It has just been one runner after another running and clearing the bases for the Bullfrogs.
rips it to right field. 2-run score, 2 RBI single. Batting once again, number 15, Sam Harcrow. Safe at third, another stolen base. All right, 12-1 now, folks, is the score. We've got a sufficient number of runs for it to be a 4-inning run rule. And a couple of more could potentially make this a top third run rule if Calvin can't get on the scoreboard. And the error, run scores. Now batting number 7, Tyler Shelton. Courtesy runner at first. Noah Truitt. All right, so now we do have the requisite number of runs for this to be a potential top third run rule. 12 after 3, 10 after 4, 8 after 5. Calvin will get a shot at it in the top of the third, but not looking good for the Bulldogs so far. 5 games on the season, all 5 run rules, potentially now a 6th game run rule. It's great when you're on the right side of those, bad when you're on the losing side. Begin for the strike. 3-1 now is the official pitch count. 13-1 lead for Mill Creek. Put up almost 2 touchdowns through 2 innings. Does a little dance. Ball 4, walks in, runner first and second. Now batting number 6, Hunter Hughes. Most shocking stat, only 1 out. I mean, there is no end in sight to this avalanche. There should be a second potential out. Falls for the single, bases loaded. Now batting number 9, Preston Greenlee. Swing and the miss.
Evens up the pitch count 1-1. Fouls it off 1-2. Runners remain loaded. And you just kind of got a gut feeling here that if Calvin does not get this next out, this could tack on another 3 or 4 in a hurry. Swing and a miss. Up to bat next, number 3, Mason Carter. All right, so 2 down now for Calvin. They want to limit any additional runs because they will need to score at least 1 and counting at the top of the third. Otherwise, this will be a run rule score. In for the strike. Next game up that will be broadcast by Prep Nation TV will be Clayton Buffalo Valley Co-op versus Soper. And then it'll be Coleman Fort Towson after that. Run scores. And then wrapping up the tournament, day 1 action will be Boswell against the winner of Clayton or Soper. So 2 sets of teams playing potential double games today. Calvin, team 1. And we know that either Soper or Clayton will have to play 2 as well. In for the 2 RBI single. Returning to the plate once again, number 12, Rowdy Thomas. Well, the bottom has definitely fallen out. The wagon wheels are off. And instead of the horses heading to the barn, they are just galloping out in the pasture. 16-1 lead for Mill Creek. Outside pitch, 3-1. Base runner alone now at first base. Swing and a miss. Wild throw at first, advances the runner to second. And third. Just inexcusable. I'm going to assign an E9 on that. You cannot let a base runner just keep running while you watch him go. And so steals 2 bases. Ball was low. First baseman probably could have stopped it, but giving him the benefit of the doubt. But rips it up the middle. 1 hops. Hot shot, single, run scores, 17-1. It's too late for a pitching change now. Damage has been done. Calvin is going to need a massive top third to stave off a run rule. Now the bump for Calvin Bulldogs, number 3, Caleb Rocky. like to once again thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream video highlights and plays of the game. Pittman Oil Company, Snack Shack in Mill Creek. Wholesome Quartz Corporation and Simple Simon's Pizza in Tishomingo. Mention Prep Nation TV and get 10% off your tab, regardless of the size of your party. Now batting number 5, Jax Hayes. And the runner advances to first. Top of the lineup once again, number 21, Bryson Allen. Momentary timeout called by head coach Nolan Henry. Just to let everybody else know, we'll have 3 more games on tap. At the conclusion of this game, we will end the feed, generate a highlight reel, kick on the next feed. Should be about a 20 to 25 minute intermission in between games. I don't think he was. All right, your wholesome score through 2. Mill Creek 17, Calvin 1. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning with the Bulldogs coming up to bat. Well, that escalated quickly, folks. And then it wasn't so quick. Just a methodical beatdown that transpired in the first and especially second inning. Mill Creek trailed this game 1-0 heading into the bottom of the first. And man, it just went south, sideways, and all kinds of errors and opportunistic hitting. Kind of the dam that broke everything was the end of park home run. The pop drop single that led to a triple. 3 hit pitch batters, about 13 stolen bases, and just can't, won't, wouldn't, however you want to word that, couldn't get the out, wouldn't get the out, and it just gave Mill Creek opportunity after opportunity. I think they batted through almost 3 times just in the 1 inning alone. Coming up to bat at the top of the 3rd inning, number 1, Caleb Rocky. In high for the ball. All right, run rules in effect: 12 runs after 3, 10 after 4, 8 after 5. So you can do the math. There's a +5 on the board right now. Calvin will need to score 6. In other words, get it to a 17-6 game or better to stave off elimination here. Anything 17-5 and lower means automatic game over. And then we'll be getting ready for Clayton Buffalo Valley Co-op versus Soper. Breaking ball in for the strike. 2-1 pitch count. One hops it in the dirt, make that 3-1. Foul ball will go to a full count. This is our third of 6 games today due to running an errand and then the 2-hour drive to get here. We did not broadcast the first game of the day, Calvin versus Stringtown. Calvin victorious 15-1 at a 3-inning run rule. He's going to get him on the back side of the bat on that one. It's going to pop it up right to the pitcher easy. Infield pop up, 1 down. Coming back to the plate, number 9, Tate Bear. My apologies. Had the name. Phonetically, it looks like it'd be Tate, but it's Tate, so apologies there for mispronouncing that earlier in the game. Fires from the third, 5-3 ground out, 2 down. Now batting number 15, Jenny Carrillo. And in for the strike, 0-2 count. So Calvin now down to their final out and their final strike before we go final. Hot shot single, base runner on first. Now batting number 10, Elijah Allison. And gets him on the 6-3 ground out. Folks, that is the ball game. Your final score, Wholesome, is Mill Creek 17, Calvin 1. Next game up will feature Soper versus the Clayton Buffalo Valley Co-op. That game should start in approximately 20 to 25 minutes. Just a reminder, all games are streaming live on Prep Nation. Video highlights will be up after the conclusion of the game. Simple Simons and Tishomingo is giving you 10% off if you just simply come in and mention the name Prep Nation over the phone. Orders to go, dine in as well. And final thing, tournament t-shirts on sale in the concession stands. Thank you for watching and being a part of the 16th annual Todd Sampson Memorial Tournament here at Coleman High School.